Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I am Makeda Valletta, also known as the Renaissance Amazon, and I'm live on my IG page. I will save it and re-upload it to my YouTube page, the Renaissance Amazon. Be sure to follow me in both places because my stuff be getting deleted. They be trying to delete me all the time. I don't know why. But in case you're unfamiliar with me, I am a trainer, I am a nutritionist, I'm a sacred sexual educator, I'm a doula, I'm a dancer, okay? So everything I have to do, everything I do has to do with the body. I'm very much into black dances of the diaspora, and so I have my very scientific side of me. If you follow my work, you'll see that. And you can also check my more scientific talks out on my page, The Body Scientist. But I'm a scientist and an artist, okay? And all of it has to do with the body and stuff, kind of, right? Because dance is a visual art that involves the body, right? So with that being said, and my other art form, I guess, maybe is being a muse for photographers. But with that being said, I want to talk about Beyonce today, okay? I want to talk about Beyonce. I want to talk about this issue between Beyonce and Kelis. It's something I've wanted to do a video on for a while now, but I've just been busy and traveling and moving around because I also travel a lot. But I'm more about me. I'm also from Harlem. So let me just say I love Kelis because she's a fellow Harlemite. She's a fellow Leo. She went to high school a couple blocks away from me. She went to LaGuardia High School, which is an amazing performing arts high school in New York that Nicki Minaj also went to, and Wesley Snipes went there. A lot of really prominent artists have gone to LaGuardia. And so I resonate with that about her. I will say that back in the day when Kelis was popular, I wasn't a big fan of hers. When she first came out with that first song, I Hate You So Much Right Now, I thought she was crazy. I remember thinking, like, this chick is crazy. She seems like the type of chick that will try to burn your house down because she thinks you cheated or something, right? And so I remember thinking that. So I was like surprised when Nas got with her because he seemed so calm. I mean, I don't know him. You never know people. I don't know that he really is calm, but he just seemed so calm. And she seemed like a little crazy and off balance to me. And, I like the song Milkshake, but I wasn't like a huge Kelis fan, And it's kind of like as she disappeared from the spotlight, I wasn't really thinking about her until she resurfaced on my Instagram cooking food, okay? Because as you know, I'm a nutritionist, but I like good food. I'm not one of those nutritionists that be eating salad and, raw vegetables all the time. I like butter, I like meat, I like good quality food, good food that's sourced from local farmers. And Kelis is like a chef now. She makes really good food. She's really into the quality. She lives on a farm in California. So I've been a fan of her recently, resonating with that, right? Really resonating with that part of her. And I know that she recently had a husband that passed away. I don't think most people know that unless they follow Kelis. But a few months ago, she had a husband who died of stomach cancer. And she has 2 little babies with him. I don't know if most people are aware of that. She has a son with Nas, but then she has a son and a daughter with her recently deceased husband. So, there's some background on that. Now, when Kelis, I'm going to say with Beyonce, I'm definitely a Beyonce fan. But I'm never a fan of somebody to the point where I'm just going to just ride for whatever they do. If they do something wrong or they make some art that I don't like, then I'll admit that. Some people are fans where no matter what a person does, they're going to ride for you. I'm not that type of fan. But I believe in giving respect where it is due. And some people may think that the Beehive is extreme, but I think that the Beyonce haters are more extreme because it's like, I'm not saying that you have to like everything Beyonce does. But to have no respect for her at all is crazy to me because not only is she an amazing performer, okay? Like most people cannot perform. Most people nowadays, Beyonce performs, the way she performs is in a legacy. It's in the legacy of black performers, black American performers. If you look at black American performers in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, we've been 50s, 60s, great performers putting on great shows. Beyonce does that. And what Beyonce does is very difficult. More difficult than what Janet Jackson ever did because Beyonce can actually sing, but also she does her performances in heels. Janet never did that, But not just the fact that Beyonce is an amazing performer, okay? Like, I love Rihanna, but Rihanna cannot sing, and she's not a good performer, right? But I like Rihanna a lot as just a woman, But Beyonce as a performer, you have to give respect where it's due. Then Beyonce makes works of arts. Like her Lemonade album was a work of art. That album she did, I'll Be Surfing On, with her with Jay-Z. She's done like really good collaborations with her husband. Like Upgrade You. Upgrade You is a classic song. That's a dope song to do with your husband, where they're talking shit back and forth. But Lemonade was a work of art that really showcased Black American culture. And being from New York City, where in New York City, Black American culture is not the popular thing. The popular thing in New York is Caribbean and African culture. It overshadows Black American culture, where to the point where I'm in New York, I get annoyed sometimes because people never think I'm American. When I say that, they act like they never heard of a Black American. And a lot of people in New York know nothing about Black American culture. New York has a lot of Africans and Caribbeans that travel around the world, but not necessarily around the U.S., and are not aware of the richness of Black American culture and how different it can be in different parts of the country. So I love the fact that Beyonce showcased that. Even made a country song, because Black Americans in the South listen to country music, right? And even just the whole album was brilliant to me. I'm not going to get into a whole lecture about it. I loved her album Black is King, okay? Black is King was a beautiful work of art. And then her Coachella performance. Like, her Coachella performance was legendary. There's nothing else, there's nothing that compares, nothing else I want to see, okay? Again, showcasing Black American culture with the marching bands. But it's like, Beyonce, it's like no matter what she does, there's people that's mad. There's people that's saying, oh, she's Illuminati, oh, she's doing some devil stuff. I remember when she performed in Oakland at the Super Bowl and shut it down. And she had just given birth to Blue Ivy like a couple months prior. No, that was when she was in New Orleans, I think. But when she was in Oakland, she had the whole Black Panthers theme. She had the all black girl, dancers, which I love. Because she has dancers who are black girls. Like, not like Prince, where Prince had these unidentifiable, who knows what they are, women doing like European type dances on stage. Beyonce has visibly black girls, okay? A lot of them with natural hair, doing black girl dances, okay? Black girl dances. That involves all kinds of shaking and gyrating. And for some reason in the U.S., when black girls dance like that, unless you're in New Orleans, everybody, Black Americans, think, oh, she's disrespecting herself. Oh, why is she dancing like that? And as a woman, anytime you're half naked and gyrating, people just put you in a stupid box. They think, oh, she's trying to do that for attention. She must have daddy issues. But Beyonce has always gotten respect. That's the one thing I love about her, is that she's always gotten respect, and she's always been half naked and gyrating. She has a husband, she has 3 kids, and her husband is not saying, oh, you're my wife now. You have 3 kids with me now. You can't be a sex symbol anymore. You have to sit down and stop doing that. No, Beyonce, if anybody is paying attention, got more open in tune with her sexuality after she had Blue Ivy. And I remember the album she did right after that. It was even more, and that's when she really started to really turn up the fire. So I respect that. And because a lot of times people like to put women in a box too, like, oh, you're a mother, you can't be this way. And the fact that Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, a very smart woman, they asked her, if you could be anybody else in the world, who would you be? She said Beyonce. Now, that should mean something, because Michelle Obama is no dum-dum, okay? So, I'm saying that to say that, like, that's the first time I ever saw a woman who was like that, who totally got respect across the board. I remember being a little girl and loving Madonna. And I loved Madonna when I was little. And I don't even like the 80s like that. Most of the 80s, you can miss me with it. But I loved Madonna. And I remember people used to act like what she was doing was just so outrageous. They were always so upset with her. And what she was doing was nothing compared to what people are doing now. But I remember I didn't understand it. So that's another thing I really like about this. I wasn't crazy about this new album that Beyonce did, Renaissance. And I haven't listened to all of it. At first, what I did listen to, I didn't like, and then I heard like pieces of it. But what I do like is this remix that she did with Madonna and giving respect to Madonna, right? I really like that, because people like to play her now and forget about what an icon she was. And so with that being said, when I saw Kelis, her video going off on Beyonce, I think that she was dead wrong and she played herself, okay? And I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like about it, okay? first, she's saying that Beyonce's, stolen things from her many times. And it's like, what many times did Beyonce steal something from you, first of all? Secondly, she's like, oh, Beyonce is about all this female empowerment stuff, but I don't talk about it. I am about it. And it's like, first of all, I'm sorry, but what is Kelis doing that's like empowering women? Like, I'm telling you, like, she makes great food. I love that food. If you don't follow her and see the food that she cooks and the quality of the food, she's doing it, right? But Beyonce, to me, as a symbol, okay? As a symbol, the way it takes, see, people don't understand. It takes a very brave woman to walk in those shoes, and a lot of times it can be very hard to even find a man that can handle being with a woman like that. And, just the fact that she works hard, what I'm saying? There's a lot of things, about her, and even her songs, what I'm saying? Like, Beyonce, there's a lot of women who make songs about, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do without you. I can't survive without you. I don't want to live without you. She didn't make songs like that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like, the content, the type of songs, and we all know that she's close to her dad. Okay, so again, that stereotype that a woman who's half naked and gyrating must have daddy issues, and because I'm close to my dad. Anybody who follows me, like, I be gyrating in bikinis, but I'm very close to my dad. So this idea that any woman who, you always get put in this box, like either you're stupid or you have daddy issues, and Beyonce's not dumb. People try to act like she is because she talks with a Texas accent, but Beyonce is no dummy, okay? And she never says anything bad about people. She minds her business. And so the way Kelis came out and attacked her like that, I thought was, really nasty. And then I also thought about the fact that Nas and Jay-Z had beef in the past, and Beyonce's still with Jay-Z, and she's no longer with Nas, and all that came in my mind. But it's like, in talking to people I know from the music industry who deal with this type of stuff, they were saying that Beyonce broke no rules because Kelis does not own those songs, or she didn't produce them. So whatever beef she might have with is with Pharrell, okay? But they said it's not necessarily common, practice for someone to reach out to you to tell you that they sampled a slight part of your song, because she didn't even really, whatever she sampled from Kelis was like very minor, okay? And she did everything legally that she was supposed to do. And it's my understanding that she had put Kelis's name on it, so Kelis was about to get paid for that. Because there were many artists on this album, Renaissance, many artists that Beyonce sampled. And all of these artists are honored, okay? There's this artist, I think he's from New York. I never heard of him before until I started seeing articles. Kevin Aviance, I think his name is. And he was saying he was absolutely honored. And I saw some other artists that said the same thing, who also had no idea that Beyonce was sampling them. Beyonce's Coachella performance. She performed OT Genesis, Everybody's Mad, right? Everybody Mad. I love that song. She did a remix of it, and she performed it. OT Genesis had no idea that Beyonce was going to perform his song at Coachella. But he said he was honored. He was shocked and he was honored, but he didn't know. So to me, Beyonce doing what she did with Kelis, putting her name on it, sampling her a bit, was her giving honor to Kelis. Because it seems to me that all the people that Beyonce sampled on this album, Renaissance, she was giving honor to. And then she did the song, the remix, Vogue, with Madonna, where she's shouting out all of these people from the past and the present, rappers and singers, all black women. I respect that. Beyonce is a light-skinned woman who has made songs about brown skin. How many light-skinned artists do that? Beyonce's daughter, okay, Blue Ivy, got made fun of. I've never seen somebody's child get made fun of that much, and a celebrity at that. People love Jay-Z, but they were shitting on his child publicly for years. And that didn't make Beyonce hide Blue Ivy. Beyonce kept her in the spotlight, kept putting her in the spotlight, kept putting her in the forefront, and filling her daughter with self-esteem, making songs that way. You remember what she said in Formations? I like my Michael Jackson nose and my, like, who's singing lyrics like that? Where in the world? Where in Africa? Where in Jamaica? Where are they singing songs like that? A light-skinned black woman who you could say has light-skinned privilege singing lyrics like that and filling her daughter with self-esteem despite the fact that people were publicly shitting on her. I respect all those things about Beyonce. So I feel like when people, and I'm not saying that she's perfect, but there are people who just hate her. And everything she does, it's like, oh, she's just a thief. Oh, she just this. Oh, Beyonce's the devil. Like, where the fuck are people getting that shit from? But yet people don't have that same smoke for fucked up Dre, okay, that some of y'all call Dr. Dre. That dude done beat so many women, beat the shit out of them. And if you don't know about this, because some of the younger ones don't know, I didn't know until the older friend of mine told me, because I was really little when that happened. I didn't know. When he beat Dee Barnes, and if you don't know about that, he didn't just slap her. He beat the shit out of her. Picked her up by her hair, bashed her in the head. She was a little woman. He raped her. A man tried to save her, tried to stop it. Dre's bodyguard punched him in the mouth with a gun, knocked his teeth out. There's interviews all on YouTube. And then fucked up ass Eazy-E and his AIDS having self went on MTV with a couple other ignorant ass people from NWA, and they were talking shit about Dee Barnes. And they were saying, oh yeah, she deserved it. And if we see her again, she's going to catch it again. And they beat her up because of something Ice Cube said in an interview with her. That's some bitch shit, okay? And there's a lot of that on the West Coast, by the way. And no offense. Sometimes I'll be wanting to say how I really feel, because I don't need to be on the West Coast and when the off balance, mad people get mad at me. But I'm just saying, that's some bitch shit. And Dre has a record of doing that. She's not the only one. But Dre gets on stage at Super Bowl. Everybody wants to praise him like he's so great. Eminem's white ass, he made fun of Dee Barnes in a song with Dre. Fuck him too, okay? I don't respect any of that shit. But people don't have smoke for them for that. But it's, oh, Beyonce this, oh, Beyonce that. It's like, listen, artists are inspired by artists. Okay? There's nothing new under the sun. There are hip-hop songs that I still find out today. Hip-hop songs from the 90s that I didn't know were sampled. And I'll be someplace and somebody's playing the original. And I'm like, oh, that was sampled? I didn't even know that. So a lot of our parents listening to our music back in the day was like, I remember when Rosa Parks sued Outkast for their line about her, right? So I'm just saying. So Kelis, it's like, she had misplaced anger, and then for her to be saying Beyonce's been copying off of her, Beyonce has not been copying off Kelis, first of all, at all. Nothing at all in common. Then there was something that was posted on online where somebody had wrote on Kelis's Instagram page that they thought that Rihanna rode Kelis's wave. And Kelis responded by saying, oh, let's not even talk about that, or let's not even get on that. She made a comment as if that was true, and it's like, dude, Rihanna don't got nothing, never had anything to do with Kelis, okay? Wasn't the same style at all. So it's like you're doing too much when you say that, okay? Then I saw this other day, somebody commented on Kelis's pictures. A dude was like, Nas is kicking himself every day or biting himself every day or some shit. And Kelis was like, yep, every day, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, how do you know Nas is thinking about you right now? Like, I just feel like after you did an interview talking about how abusive he was, like, it's just weird, you know what I'm saying? Now, she did lose her husband a few months ago, so maybe she got some stuff going on. And I don't think a lot of people know that she lost her husband. But I just feel like she was completely out of line with how she came at Beyonce. And Beyonce, you know how Beyonce is. She don't say anything. She just removed the credits and removed whatever it was and kept on going. But as the days went on, and it started to become evident that Beyonce was honoring so many artists. It seems like that's what this album was about. Honoring so many artists. And I'm not saying I love Renaissance, okay? Because like I said, I tried to listen to it at first. I didn't like it because I'm not into the house thing. But then there were certain things that I have heard that I do like. I do like that song, Break My Soul. I'm not a fan of house music at all. Everybody knows I hate it. But it's very, very soulful. Unlike Drake shit. I don't like Drake's house music crap at all. It's horrible. I wish Drake would just stick to rapping. Don't sing. I can't stand the house. But Break My Soul, I like. I like the remix with Madonna. I like the song Church Girl. I remember seeing, what's her face? I remember seeing Kelly Rowland singing that song in the car, and I was thinking of, and then I went and listened to it, and I'm like, I like it. I like what she's saying. And even in that song, she has like a chorus that says, "It must be your money because it ain't your face." She keeps saying that over and over again. And what does that sound like? That sounds like Tip Drill by Nelly. You don't see Nelly like, oh, Beyonce stole my stuff, and going on this whole goddamn rant. First of all, most people don't even know who Kelis is. Okay? So Beyonce was about to make her, make her re-relevant again and introduce her to a whole audience of people that doesn't know she exists. So for Kelis to get on social media and go off like that, just because, and this is when the album first came out, just because somebody mentioned that her name was on the thing and she just went right to social media and went off. There's no way that any logical person couldn't see that she played herself. And she has to see that too, or she's just trying to play it off. And Kelis said in that interview, she said, I am an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. I think that's true of Beyonce too. I think Beyonce has a good heart, and she was like, honoring these people and trying to do honor and justice to Kelis, and Kelis goes and not just gets mad about it, but starts attacking Beyonce, and Beyonce is about this female empowerment, but I don't talk about it, I am about it. That was totally fucked up, incorrect, okay, because Beyonce is about it more than Kelis, okay, and then to say Beyonce's been stealing from me, and she's always copying. No, people copy Beyonce, okay? People copy. Beyonce was the first one to be performing in the little leotards and the boots. Everybody started copying that. People copy a lot of things that she says, a lot of the slang, okay? I woke up like this, okay? Surfing on that, so many things, all right? So I think Beyonce is sensitive about her stuff, and I think that Kelis is being overly sensitive because she didn't know what was going on. She overreacted. And again, like I said, she lost her husband recently, so she could be extra sensitive. And there could be some jealousy there. A lot of people like jealous. Like, yeah, I think that she's probably a bit jealous of Beyonce. I do. I used to be naive to what jealousy looked like, but yeah, it looks like that. The other thing that I was going to say, there was one more thing about it. Oh, yeah, so I told you in the beginning that Kelis, she's from Harlem, where I'm from. She is a Leo, like I am. And she went to high school right by me, so I resonate with her for those reasons. And Beyonce, she was born the same year as me, Team 1981. But Beyonce's a Virgo. That's my moon sign. And, so there are things that, like, I love them both. I do think that Kelis did play herself, and she's nowhere near as talented as Beyonce or relevant. And I think that she overreacted, and she fucked up her bag and her opportunities. So I just been wanting to talk about that and set that clear, because I get sick of the people who just want to hate on Beyonce, and they just, no matter what, it's like no matter what she does, people are mad. I was gonna say, when she did that show in Oakland with that Black Panther theme, people in Oakland were mad. It's like, what are you mad at? Then she did the Formations video in New Orleans. People in New Orleans are mad. It's like, no matter what she does to actually use her art to bring real black messages and strong messages for women, strong messages for black people, it's like black people are getting mad at her. It doesn't make any sense. But I love Beyonce. I can't say I'm part of the Beehive, because I'm not going to attack anybody or anything, and I'm not going to ride for her no matter what. But I highly respect Beyonce. I'm a Beyonce fan. I believe in giving respect where it's due. Okay. Also love Kelis, but not for her music, more for her food. If you don't follow her on Instagram, you should, because she's all about cooking good food and sourcing good food and being a farmer. So I like her for that reason. Okay. And it's unfortunate she made herself look foolish. But I'm going to end that there, okay? I hope you all have a wonderful day. Make sure, if you're on Instagram, that you follow me on YouTube, The Renaissance Amazon. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you follow me on Instagram at _Renaissance_Amazon_1. Hold on. Excuse me. And, because my Instagram page was deleted, okay? It gets deleted like every 3 years. My Instagram page was at 25,000 followers. It got deleted, so I had to restart it. And I had one backup. That one just recently got deleted. So it's just, my page is always getting deleted. So my page now is the _Renaissance_Amazon_1. The Renaissance Amazon 1. Okay? And underscore under each one. I'll write it below. So if you're on YouTube, please follow me on Instagram, because I don't always post the same things in both places. Yes. Somebody wrote, thanks for your insight. Jealousy is everywhere, just like they delete your pages. Hope you get your own website soon. Thank you. I'm working on my sites, but still social media is important, because like, even if I have sites, I still need to, social media is like advertising and networking, right? So I do still need that, but I am working on my sites. Okay. Thank you though. Thank you all for listening. And, if you like the video, like it, follow me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.